Hey guys, what's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I hope you are all doing good. Today we'll be looking at a fragrance from House of Aramis. It's the classic Aramis for men. Okay, this fragrance. I've been wearing it a little bit just to test it a little bit more. So I was ready. I'm ready to actually tell you what this fragrance is all about, right? So first of all, the voice. I'm sorry about that. Uh, whole day really sorry. I'm sorry. So whole day I was like on and off sleeping. I'm not feeling all that well yet, but I'm better. No fever. So first of all, the funny thing I want to mention here, this fragrance. When this is my first fragrance from this house so far. I tried a lot of them, but this is the first one I purchased. But back in the time, like when I was in the college, university, this fragrance always come to me very confusing. I used to think Armani and Aramis, they're the same company. Okay, I was like, okay, like they have Emporio Armani and they have Giorgio Armani, right? So they have Armani, but this one, the Armani and Aramis, kind of like very very close. I used to think they're brother concert or something like that, but nothing of that sort. Just a funny thing I want to share because I had no clue at the time. So second thing I want to say is this fragrance actually is a very old school classic. It's not a brand new fragrance. It, it's not just like it's not the incident that it just came out. It's been out for number of years, and this is such a classic fragrance. Okay, I love the review of fragrance Matt, my good friend from UK. How are you, buddy? He inspired me to buy and look at this actually initially, and then I really love the review of Lanier Smith. He is just one of my most favorite guys in the reviewing community. He's such a wonderful classic gentleman. So let me tell you my thoughts on it. Here is the box. Excuse me. It has a very beautiful red. I don't know. It reminds me of a red sky at night, kind of like from a horror film, like End of Days. I don't know what it's supposed to represent. Maybe leather, maybe wood. I don't know. Okay. So it's a Aramis, very simplistic sort of box, but it looks very nice. It has a kind of like feel of a Polo Safari. Ralph Lauren Safari has similar sort of boxing. So it's pretty similar. It says Aramis here. It says 110 ml. Very weird amount of juice, but it's always blessing more than 100 ml. Now you can read more or less pretty much here. It's EDT concentration. Side like this, back some more information. Okay. So basically these are, I don't know where these are made in. These are made in Switzerland. Okay. Here. Up there nothing much. Bottom is like this. So basically you'll find your batch code here. Okay. This is gonna be a sick review. Just because I'm sick, so it's a sick review. So here is the bottle. So this is a very beautiful looking bottle. Even the many of you will say like, what, this is like a simplistic sort of bottle. Looks like a decant bottle, right? Looks like one of the ones that Dua fragrance will be using. But no, this actually is a pretty classic bottle. It came out before anything else, and I really love the juice color, the golden cap, everything. Even if you take it off, it doesn't click onto place. Back in the days, it used to go all the way, and then you can just you can play with it. It's not fit. Okay, nice sort of a juice, very sort of like a tobacco kind, very old school classic, and nothing much. It's very minimalist sort of bottle. I really like about it. That's what I like about it. And there's a sticker here. So I like the presentation a lot. It's pretty classy. It reminds me of sort of mafia movies, kind of like gangster who are well dressed, right? And when you take it off, you can see. I think my one of my other favorite reviewer, Lex Salis, he said this thing is really tall. It looks like badass. I kind of agree to that, and it has vibes of many other fragrances. I actually put down some here. I will let you know. Let me show you the spray and talk about it. So I have paper here. Let's see the spray. Very good spray. Okay, it gives out nice mist but doesn't shoot like a laser. It gives out the mist like boof. So let the cell down. So first of all, this fragrance is very very strong. It's very masculine, very masculine, strong, and it's not I wouldn't say this is a very tame fragrance. Okay, if you do not like powerhouses, perhaps you want to stay away from it. You see, with all the nose being blocked, all the cold, I can still detect it. It's let me put a little bit more. I really love the opening of this. Okay. So I'm pretty sure it went through reformulation and whatnot, but doesn't matter. This juice is still today, it stands as classic. So the thing is, some of the things I would say, first of all, this fragrance is very complex kind of fragrance. It is not for younger kind of crowd, I don't think. I think this will be perfect for mature noses, mature men who are a little bit grown up, 30 plus. It kind of gives me the feel of a very responsible, respectable kind of a gentlemanly, figure who's well dressed, and perhaps a professor, perhaps your father, your uncle. It has that vibe, so it has some age to it. You cannot skip it, and it has a lot of flankers, modern flankers. There's also other fragrances from this house called 900, Devin. There's also Havana. There is what else? There are a few others. I checked out at least 6, 7 of them. So they're more or less, not all of them are decent, but this is the one that stands out to me. Uh, Okay, so what you're gonna get from this is, first of all, it gets that old school classic citrus, which you do not get anymore with modern day fragrance. Modern fragrance is more of like your Durham cologne, Durham Sport, or you think of Allurum Sport or Allurum Edition Blanche. Those are your modern sort of citrus. This citrus is not just citrus; it has bergamot. And first thing that came to my mind, it's not the similar citrus, but it made me think of Eau Sauvage that time. These are similar, the same era. Okay, but more of it. If you think of Bushiran, Jaipur, not Jaipur, Bushiran Puram, which I had a small sample of, it ran out basically. Yeah, yeah. See, I have a still Bushiran Puram. I have a little bit of juice left. This is pretty classy. This is pretty similar to this one, but Bushiran, it's much more spicy. This one also has some spices, but it has a lot of other notes. So it's an old school sort of a green, citrusy, powerful, peppery opening. And what you're gonna also expect from this fragrance, you should expect is leather. It notes like oak moss, something green. Uh, I think there is also a vetiver in this, okay? And perhaps something green, as in, like, I think there was coriander enlisted, and people said there was coconut, which I didn't get. There's no coconut. I didn't detect so far on the dry down also. But let me show you the other fragrance I was talking about. If you like those, you should definitely dig it, okay? First one is Givenchy Gentleman, okay? This fragrance, it's much more animalic though, but Calvin Klein Obsession, if you like that one. If you also like kind of like Boucheron Jaipur, then I would say definitely Drakkar Noir, baby. I always say that. And then if you know this one, Kurum, okay? Kurum Puram for men, okay? So these fragrances are all kind of like different take on it, but different take on Powerhouse, but they are in the same family. So first of all, I mean, like, first time I tried this fragrance, it was like 2, 3 years back. Yeah, in the shop. I did not like it that much because it came out to me too strong, and it's too peppery, and that oak mossy kind of like DNA. It was not my favorite. Then I started wearing Kuros. Then I started loving some more of our powerhouses, right? So it takes time to grow on you. You have to give it time. You have to be a little bit patient. It is very classy. It's like it's timeless classic. Imagine James Bond with a bow tie entering a casino, being Sean Connery, and he's such a masculine, manly man. It's like its confidence is sexy, sexiness. It's like a, it's a movie is being shot maybe in India. If you know, there are a few James Bond movies they actually did shoot in India. I think Octopussy, that movie is one of my favorites. But this gives away those imagine like tuxedo or suit that James Bond wears, and this is his, like, maybe perhaps his signature scent. So this is very up class. It's not, price is not that expensive. It used to be like $22 before. Now I think it's more like 30, $35. A little bit like less than $40 for 110 ml. Very good value. But I saw this in many uncles. They're still using this. My father's age, they're using it still. They keep it in their bathroom. The old days, they used to do that. And right after the shower, they just go like 7, 8 sprays. I don't think you should do that much. You don't need to do so much, but you spray one on your chest, one on your neck, perhaps maybe one of your arms. It will be great. It's great for cold weather, daytime, nighttime, but I think you can find cooler summer days to wear it. So overall, longevity is pretty damn good, but it's not exactly like Kuros or other beast mode. It almost is a powerhouse, but it holds back its horses. Like pulls back its horses, and it stays uh, partially powerhouse, partially classic. It's a very nice balance between those. So I get the little bit of tobacco feel, like honey tobacco somewhere there, but it doesn't mention it has honey anywhere. It has the sweetness somewhere. It pops up, perhaps they're talking about the coconut, but I'm getting honey, right? So it does, like let me spray on my skin once again. I mean, I really love it. This is really growing on me. I'm looking forward to wear it in the winter. I mean, the opening is just classic, and the dry down is also beautiful. It's not a blast scent. I mean, a lot of reformulation killed a lot of good fragrances. Trust me. Like there's a similar fragrance to this is Versace L'Homme. I cannot take that. It's too animalic. It's just too synthetic on the dry down. This still has its playfulness. It has that confidence. Okay, so if you have the confidence, if you dress well, I think you can, even as a younger gentleman, you can pull it off. These days not many people be wearing this, and you can actually surprise one person here and there, right? So it's a very nice fragrance, a very beautiful classic fragrance. And I don't get like excited about just any fragrance. And I finally picked it up, and I really am happy it's in my collection. Okay, so overall longevity, I'll give this 8 out of 10. Good longevity, it stays pretty long. I mean, if it's colder days, I think it will last on you 8 to 10 hours easily. Projection, I think it's as good as longevity. 8 out of 10. Projects really nice. People can detect it around you, but do not put like 6, 7, 8 sprays. Okay, that way you're doing too much. Okay, maybe right after you've done your shower and stuff. I mean, shaving and stuff. You can use it. It has sort of like a aftershave splash, sort of. Like think of a denim. Aftershave, the spicy masculine one. It has that spicy masculine kick to it, right? So versatility pretty damn good. Just when it's super hot, I think it will be too much. It may come out too much, right? So seasons are like fall, spring, winter, rainy, summery days. Okay, so uh, like originality, the smell, amazing smell. Okay, but it's accurate taste. You really have to be patient, try it a lot. It's not like Dior Sauvage. It's exactly opposite direction of Dior Sauvage, right? So yes, it's a masculine man, mature man scent. I suggest this to 30, 35 years plus. If you have a taste, if you have a tooth for powerhouses, something spicy, masculine, original, something that boasts of confidence, and it you can actually, like, if you're a little bit of serious in nature, this is kind of fragrance. I think you can wear it for formal occasion as well. Office would be great, okay, with this. So you'll always get respect from it. Okay, so that's the kind of fragrance this is. But this is not a fragrance that you rock in club and stuff, thinking like you're gonna pick up chicks and stuff. This is not it. But you can actually have a nice sort of a mature conversation with someone over a scotch or whiskey or something like that, right? So this is my review on Aramis. This is perfect 10 for me. Okay, and this is just for me. I don't know about you guys, but this is something I really enjoy wearing. It's a beautiful fragrance. Took me time to understand the concept, because your nose gets mature over time, right? So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and thanks for at least go and try this. I'll be really happy if you try this. This is not that expensive. It's 110 ml. Remember that, right? So it might work for you. Okay, take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully I feel better and voice comes back. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.